Hey, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is, let's say, a beginner's guide to what is two-factor authentication. Now, first, I want to rectify something. It seems that I've been saying authentication on pretty much all my videos until I realized 2 seconds ago that it's authentication that I have to say. So sorry about that, but we always learn. So, what is two-factor authentication? With all the problems now with the passwords and emails list that was stolen, and 272 million emails and passwords. In my videos where I talk about security on changing your passwords and everything, I make a lot of emphasis on two-factor authentication. And so a lot of you have been asking me, what exactly is two-factor authentication? How does it work? So here's the basics of two-factor authentication. First of all, in a regular non two-factor authentication website or email, all you have to do is you enter your email and your password, and you enter, and that's it. That's all. Nothing else. That is not super, it's good if your password is really good, but it's not the best. Why? Because now you've seen that even with a good password, some bad guys have stolen lists of passwords. So your password could be out there in the wild. And if you use the same password everywhere, well, it's even worse because you have to change everywhere because they might try it on other websites. The best way to avoid such a problem comes in two-factor authentication. That means that instead of just a password, you also enter something else. So it's something that's your password, and something you have that the bad guys don't have. That means when you enter with two-factor authentication, it asks you for your password, but then there's a second step, a secret code. And every website, Facebook, PayPal, all the email websites, they all have two-factor authentication. I have activated that on every website. It is a must, especially on some websites like PayPal, for example, where you could lose money. It's even worse. So, how do you have that secret code, basically? There are different ways of getting the code. Now, I use authentication software like Google Authenticator. I also have the Microsoft Authenticator. And that is cool because what it does is that when you ask for a two-factor authentication, when you enter your password, it's going to say, hey, you got a secret code in your authenticator. I want to have it. And that code changes every few minutes. And the reason it changes every few minutes is that to be secure, it has to be different all the time. So some of you said, well, it changes all the time. That means I have to change to always put the new one? No. Here's the thing. If you don't erase your history and cookies and everything in your browser, the website remembers that you were there before. So basically what it does, it links your computer. It knows that your browser and your computer, you are the one using that. So it asks you the first time that you go there, but it doesn't ask you again until you log in to something new. Something new means you decided to install another browser. Say you're on Google Chrome and you decided to go on Firefox. Well, of course, the website will say, well, I don't recognize you now because you've never been there with Firefox. So in that case, it's going to say, oh, you got to enter the code. But then again, it will remember that. So meaning that if you use Chrome and Firefox, both won't ask you again until something changes. What else can change? You reformat your computer. So you start from scratch. Well, now with a new computer or a reformatted computer, it's going to say, oh, I don't recognize you. I want to have that secret code. If you want to access your accounts on another computer, it's going to say, oh, what's the secret code? And that secret code, you get it on a device. So, for example, on my Google Authenticator, I have it on my Android phone. It also works on the iPhone. And basically, I enter it once, and then it doesn't ask me again, unless something changed. So it's not annoying because it doesn't ask you every time, but it's a very good security because if your account is accessed from somewhere else, it's going to want to have that code. And since you're the only one that has your phone, you're the only one that can see the code. The authenticator also works by authenticating your phone also. So not only does the authenticator know the code, but it also knows, yeah, we're in the right device. So my phone is also a security device because you cannot install Authenticator on another phone and try it out, because it's going to say, well, no, I was authenticated on a Galaxy S7 with this serial number, or an iPhone 5 with this serial number. So it doesn't work like that. And actually, that's maybe a drawback of the Authenticator. It's that when you change phone, it's darn complicated to transfer all of that to that new phone. And I just had that happen here because I gone from an iPhone 5 to a Galaxy S7. So there's another way also that it can happen. You don't have to use an authenticator software if you want. You can have authentication by SMS or text message. In that case, it sends you a secret code. So when you enter a Gmail account, it's going to say, "Oh, I sent you a secret code to your phone number." That's why you got to enter your cell phone number, and you enter that secret code. Once again, it's a one thing. It's one time. But there are some websites where it could be every time. For example, PayPal. PayPal asks me every time, and I want that. Because PayPal, you don't typically usually go there 15 times a day. You might go there once in a while to check if you've got some revenues, or if you bought something, or you want to check something out. So PayPal, for example, sends me a text message every time I go in PayPal, and I appreciate that. I think it's fine. It's fine because it keeps me secure. And since you can actually get money out of me from PayPal, I think it's the best thing. So authentication is really using your password with a secret code that's sent to a device that you have. Now, you might say, I don't have a cell phone. Well, it depends on the websites, because I'm going to go through the different websites and make videos of the different ones. Some accept authentication by email, and some will also, even if you don't have a smartphone, accept authentication by voice call. That means you get somebody calling you. For example, Hotmail has that service. It says, oh, I want to have the secret code, and it's going to ask you, do you want me to send it by SMS or text message? Or would you prefer to have me call you up? And then you get a call from an automated voice system that gives you a code through the phone that you enter on the website. So that's two-factor authentication. And it is really secure because it's not complicated. You're the one that has your device. For that to fail, the person that would steal from you would really need to have a lot of stuff. Not only would it need to actually get your smartphone, so that person would need to steal your smartphone. They would also need to know your password. So that's a lot of stuff. Even if you would get stolen at home and they steal your phone and computer, they still don't know what's your password. So it's always complicated in some ways. Unless, of course, you've put a nice big file on your computer screen saying, my passwords, which would kind of not be very secure. So that's two-factor authentication. I will be checking out each service, Google, Gmail, Facebook, and we'll try to show you how to authenticate each service so that you can actually activate that. And, by two-factor authentication, you're pretty secure, and you can rest assured that nobody will steal your accounts and information. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, let us know. And give us thumbs up if you like the videos. Thank you for watching us.